My only concern right there is with Heinzike. Both players are holding each other. I think it's really only fair. It's a little clip right there where Anibaba goes to ground. What's your head tell you?
That's a good question. It's head or heart is the question.
Welcome to Instant Replay, as always, presented by Cheez-Its for MLS Week 20. This league has some great rivalries, Chuck, but the best one's got to be you versus me on Instant Replay. Will we disagree today? We will find out. 2 words.
Let's go.
And let's go to the nation's capital, D.C. Columbus. 2 big calls here. 70th minute, Taxi Fontas. He's pushing the ball through the box. He's going down under pressure from Eloy Room. No PK, says referee Rosendo Mendoza, and it kind of looks like a dive here, Charlie. But VAR, Jorge Gonzalez says, hey, Rosendo, go take a look at this. There is some contact. Mendoza does. PK, he says. Do you agree?
I do agree. Now, Taxi Fontas is not getting to this ball after he pushes it by Eloy Room. Eloy Room comes out and realizes he's not getting the ball. But too little too late as he tries to pull away. He did make contact, and yes, Taxi Fontas did embellish it, and yes, he did a couple extra rolls, but it was a penalty. There was contact, so I do agree with this call.
I completely agree with all that analysis, Charlie, and I would also add that Taxi Fontas is tricky, the sort of tricky that, I don't know, I might want to see from American strikers in the World Cup. Jesus Ferreira, are you watching? All right, here's the one that had Crew fans up in arms in my Twitter mentions. It is stoppage time. It is 2-1 Crew. Cucho Hernandez, baby, 2 goals. But DC get one back. Ola Kamara scores after this, I don't know what you want to call it, maybe a scrum in the penalty area. And scrum seems appropriate, Charlie, for what happened between Jalil Anibaba and Brendan Heinz-Ike on the front post. There is contact, a lot of it from both players. No whistle from Mendoza live, but Gonzalez takes a look. He checks, as they always do for goal-scoring plays, and says, hey, Rosendo, go to the monitor, man. I think there's a foul on Jalil Anibaba here. Brendan Heinz-Ike tackles him. Mendoza goes to the monitor. No foul, he says. Goal stands. Crew fans, apoplectic. Chuck, what do you think?
I think Mendoza made the right decision in the end. At first, you could look at this play and say, man, it is a foul, 100%. Heinz-Ike is all over Jalil Anibaba's back. But if you look closely, Jalil Anibaba has his left arm wrapped around Heinz-Ike. For me, this shows that they're both fouling each other. There's both grappling. So I think Mendoza made the right decision in sticking with the call he made on the field.
I agree with you, Charlie, and here's why. I don't think Jalil Anibaba is playing this ball. If you watch from the start of the play, he is face guarding Heinz-Ike. He gets, as you said, Heinz-Ike wrapped up. He's hugging him at this point. You could argue that Heinz-Ike is playing the ball, trying to get to the ball, and actually, it's Jalil Anibaba who fouls him, which is all to say it's not clearly and obviously a foul on Brendan Heinz-Ike. And I agree with Mendoza. 2 guys are going after it. One might have fouled the other might have fouled the other. In that case, it stands goal. All right, Miami-Philly, 2 PK calls. One that was called, one that wasn't. We'll start with the obvious one, in my opinion. 24th minute, Mabika and Ura. Oh, yeah. Even Ray Hudson is saying this is a foul. It's clear contact here, Charlie. You can see foot on foot. Whistle called. Marcos de Oliveira, nice job. That is a PK. 41st minute, Bryce Duke goes down under pressure from Leon Flock. Do you see a foul here, Charlie? There was no foul called on the field.
It's a lot of maybe, might, I don't know. Whose foot did the ball come off of last? What I do know is there's nothing that is clear and obvious about this play. I am okay with the call on the field of no penalty because there was slight contact, but I do believe that Flock may have gotten to the ball first.
I do believe Flock got to the ball first. Watch closely here. The ball is rolling toward goal. And then you see Leon Flock dive in. Watch his left foot. He pushes it away from the goal to try to knock the ball away, and you see the ball follow suit. He then does follow through and get a little bit of Bryce Duke's leg, and that's what takes Duke down, but he gets the ball first, in my opinion. And if he doesn't, I agree with you anyway. It's not clear and obvious. Good job here by Oliveira and Malik Badawi, the VAR. 3 calls from the Cali Classico. Let's run through them quickly. 12th minute, Julian Araujo. Does he have any argument on this PK call? And that's a long pause of silence for Chuck, which means he's thinking about the Raheem Edwards call we're about to look at, so I'll take this one. That is a clear and obvious PK, folks. He bundles his legs over. Yes, sir, Alan Chapman. Point to the spot. Well done on that one. Okay, 32nd minute. That Edwards call that you were thinking hard about, Charlie. Stu Holden says he does not see enough for this to be a penalty. What do you say?
I'd say, man, Stu Holden, you're really disappointed me with this one. For me, this is a penalty because not only does Paul Marie make contact with Raheem Edwards, which is okay, not enough, he does end up getting a fistful of Raheem Edwards' jersey as they enter the box. And this wasn't just a little grab, it was a complete grab for at least 3 seconds as Raheem is rounding Paul Marie. This, for me, is a clear and obvious error, and I think Kevin Terry Jr. should have sent Alan Chapman to go review it.
All right, last one here, 80th minute. Kevin Cabral, was he fouled? No, he wasn't fouled.
Not a chance.
No way. That's a great challenge by the defender. Gets the ball right in front of him. Is there contact after? Yes, but he won the ball. No foul. All right, that's it for us. We're watching all these games, but we'd love to have some extra eyes and or opinions. That means yours. Hit us up on Twitter. Here are our Twitter handles at the bottom of the screen. Also, big thanks to our producer on this show, Rich Hernandez, and our editor, Dan Hilton. We'll see you next time.